I'm well, thank you. Thank you for having me. Sure. I am originally from Portland, Oregon, and I started my healing path up there. I was a massage therapist for many years, gosh, probably over 25 years. And I moved down to Santa Barbara in the late 90s and started working in a wonderful clinic with a couple chiropractors and an acupuncturist there. And we had this great clinic, and we would work with various patients with each other. And I started learning a lot about acupuncture while I was there, and have a wonderful mentor down there. And she started helping me with some of my own personal issues with PMS and hormone imbalance. And I just started getting acupuncture in the office, and I just started, just really, my body was really open to it, and I had many shifts with it, and was really interested in learning more about acupuncture. I really enjoyed being a massage therapist, but I just wanted to learn more about other alternative ways of healing. And so then I moved up to Santa Cruz and went to acupuncture school up there, and been an acupuncturist now for 8 years. And it's great. It's just another modality in my healing journey to help people. I Of course, of course. We definitely um, keep emotions in our bodies and our muscles, and just the past years of doing massage, and now being an acupuncturist, just seeing those emotional aspects within people's bodies and their pain, for sure. Oh, it's amazing. I can't even believe it either. Sure. I love nature. I love being outside. Right now I'm living in Santa Cruz, and I'm a surfer, I'm a mountain biker, hiker. I love being outside, and I just get a lot of energy from that. Um, I grew up in a home where I was the youngest child, and kind of took on this sense of taking care of everybody's feelings and making sure everybody was happy. And so that's, I think, kind of also led me to the path of healing. Um, but yeah, I really do enjoy, and I find that people need that time outside to heal. And that's kind of what, I guess that's what I find in those outside activities, and was taught that as a young kid, just being from Portland, and being able to be outside a lot, in the summer more than the winter time. But yeah. um, Better. Yeah. Mhm. When I first started doing massage therapy, it was interesting. I was in college, and I started feeling, actually, my hands would get really warm, and I would feel like heat in my hands. And when my roommates would have like issues with their backs or whatever, and I just would massage them and help them in whatever issues they were having, whether they would talk to me about emotional stuff, and then I would touch them, they would always feel better. And then, by the course of, the year, I would have people down the hall from me coming in and wanting to pay me $20 to do this for them. So I was like, interesting, maybe I could make a career out of this. Um, so yeah, I think that's kind of when I first started feeling like, wow, I have some sort of special, or I don't know, maybe not special, but just like I have this sense to help people, and my hands actually have the heat in them to do that. Um, and I think that was kind of when that first started. And I had a friend, her mom was a counselor, and I remember talking to her about that. And she was kind of the only adult that really understood that in my life at that point, and encouraged me to start doing alternative, learning more about alternative health, um, and going to massage school at that time. And that's kind of when that first started. Yeah, sure. Yeah, yes, I believe that. I think it's being tapped in to those feelings. Um, and the more I've been in this work, it's been over 28 years, 20, or so, that I've been putting my hands on people and helping people. I mean, that it's like a sense, like it gets stronger, every year. It just keeps getting stronger and stronger. I don't know. I mean, that's it. That's an interesting thought. Like, I feel like, do we all have this sense that we can do this? Or, um, you know, I mean, it could be. Right. Of course. Mhm. Sure. Right. That's true. Yes. Mhm. True. Most definitely. Correct. Yes. And having that intuition that this is the right thing to do. Even though at the time, I came from a family that was way more reserved, and they were like, "What? You want to do what? You want to do this alternative medicine stuff? Like, you're crazy, and but knowing in your heart that that's your path, and this is where you really felt, um, your purpose." Yeah. Oh, no. I'm from a Catholic home that's pretty conservative and, teacher and sales rep, hardworking people for sure, good people, definitely. Yeah, yeah, there isn't anything no, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, sure. Yes. No. Yeah. Oh, totally. It's funny. But they see you. I mean, I think for speaking for myself, like, my parents, they knew the type of person I was, I think, as a little kid, like loving, nurturing and loving animals and caring about people in my family or my friends. And I think they realize that, okay, this is kind of your way of being. But they just wanted to make sure that I was able to take care of myself and make some money, you know. Right, exactly. So right. Oh, oh, yes, definitely. Yeah. I know I was clicking a pen because I was nervous. I hope that doesn't get thank you. You're welcome. Sure. I think one of the biggest ones, I think, just working for yourself is, building your practice and having a solid practice that you feel comfortable with. It usually takes around 3 years to have that solid practice. And When I was in Santa Barbara, I had a massage practice. And again, it took about 3 years to do that. So when I transitioned to acupuncture, and I was doing that up here in Portola Valley, I knew that was going to be the case. It's just needing to take that amount of time. Um, so that's probably was my biggest challenge, and just like worrying about you know of course, just worrying, oh, is this going to work out? Is this, where the place that I've decided to do acupuncture, my office, is this a good area to do acupuncture in? The positive part about being an empath, having that empathic ability, is that I felt in my heart that this was a good spot, and I could feel like a calmness with my space. So I knew that this was going to be work out. I knew that it would all come together. And I've been in this space for 7 years, and it has, it's going very well. I've done some advertising. I've been part of business networking groups, and that's been really helpful for me. Actually, is that. But that, I think, it would be my biggest challenge. Um, Mhm. Sure. Yeah. Correct. Correct. Right. Right. I feel like in our business, for me, just being an acupuncturist or being a chiropractor or a massage therapist, it's just great to be in a clinic with other other modalities of alternative medicine, and that's my clinic has that as well. So that is another positive aspect is just we were able to refer to one another, and then we work with the same patients similar to what I had in Santa Barbara. So I definitely think that that is a positive for you, as a a new entrepreneur in this field, is to look for those type of clinics that you can be part of, and you share like-minded ideas about healing. Correct. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, definitely building relationships and being part of the community. I think being part of the community and also just sticking with it and just really keep sticking with what your plan is and what your goal is. Um, because then people see that, and they see that you're stable, and they see that you're always going to be there, and but without bending your boundaries. And I think that is another challenge that I have, and I'm sure a lot of health alternative health practitioners have, is just having those boundaries up of what feels good for you. And if you're tired and you can't work anymore, say no, and it's okay, because that person will come back. Or just saying, if people are pushing you to want to stay long, for example, like stay longer in the day, or come in on a day that is going to be harder for you to do that, just to say no. And it's okay to say no. And I think a lot of times, people in my field, like, we're people pleasers, and we want to um, we want to help people, and we want to make people feel good and happy. So sometimes we have problems with those boundaries, but it's really important to do that, because in the long run, you are going to feel better, and then if you feel better, you're able to help more people. Right. Sure. Yes. Right. Exactly. Right. Yes. It does. It's never easy, but it does feel good to do that. I for many years, I was kind of a little bit of a pushover, and now I'm not. Now I'm like, "No, I'm not coming in on the," like you said, like on Sunday. No, nope, that's my family day. That's the day with my family. Yes. Yes. Oh, oh no. Oh crap.